Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I was at the Dollar Tree earlier and I found all kinds of cool stuff that they normally don't have. One thing I found was these really pretty seashells, and like they have like a bluey purple on the inside of them. They're absolutely beautiful, like gorgeous. Now, the other side don't have anything. They're just black, white. Other than there is a couple. Oop, oop, oop. Don't drop. I'm gonna have to clean that off. But there is a couple that have a little bit of color on the outside, but there really isn't that many that do. Most of them are just white on the outside. So I was thinking about making a jar with some of the seashells that have the real pretty purple, and then the rest of them I'm gonna crush up and make into little tiny shell pieces to put in other projects. But they also have a couple of these in there. And then I already have this big bag, which it's mostly all just white shells. And then I also have this jar that has all different in their smaller ones, but they're all mostly like whites and creams and tans. And then I got some starfish. And then I also have like these little like resin inclusion things. They're like charms. But I have all different colors of those. And some pearls. And then I also have these sea glass that are blue and green and white. And then off to the side here I have aquamarine, cerulean, I can't pronounce that, and purple. So we're gonna mix up some different colors of resin, and then I have some different colors of glitter here that I'm going to mix together, and we're going to dump the glitter down in first. I'm gonna do more because I'm gonna do clear with some glitter, and we're gonna put that down first, and then we're going to mix up some purple and blue and the aquamarine color, and we're gonna layer those colors in with some shells and some pearls and some starfish and some of these sea glass, and well, you get the point. So I have some resin mixed up here, and I already degassed it and everything, so it's ready to go. So what we're gonna do is I want one to have mostly white or clear white. Lord, I actually thought about getting a little tiny, actually I think I might get one of these little tiny cups just to mix a little bit of white in and like drip some white down in along the sides. Try to make it look wispy somehow. We'll try it. See what happens, right? Alright, so the first clear, we're gonna take some blue. And now, guys, I don't want this like super heavy with glitter. I want it to be mostly clear. So I'm not putting a lot of glitter in. Just enough to give it a little bit of something, right? This is the Forest Fairy by Reptiles in Resin. She has a website on eBay where she sells all different colors of beautiful glitter. And I absolutely love every single one of them. They're gorgeous. Just put a little bit of, like, a little bit of each color in. Because like I said, I don't want it to be too heavy with glitter. Because I want you to still be able to, like, see through it. You know what I mean? So, and I think what we're gonna do is actually, or do I want to tint this resin with one of my colors to, let me think here. What do I want my first color down to be? Probably do green, blue, purple. So let me do. Ooh, this is so pretty. But it's probably too much glitter. Looks like it's gonna be too much. Dang. Alright, well, maybe I will go ahead and tint this the green, and we'll use it as the bottom layer of the color. And I'm not heavy tinting these colors, just lightly tinting them. Because I want them to be semi-transparent, you know, so that way you can still see through them and see the stuff that we're going to be putting in the jar, like the shells and stuff like that. I mean, you can't really see the green, but alright, we're just gonna go for it, guys. You know what? Before we go for it, let's spray some alcohol down in the bottom, because we do have those. We do have the screw top of the bottle and the lid, so we want to make sure that we get some alcohol down in there, so that way it'll help knock out some of those bubbles. And we are gonna pour this. I might put a little bit of actually I am gonna do that. I'm gonna put some of this aquamarine down in the bottom. Just so that way we get a little bit more color on the bottom, because I don't want to make this too dark to the point where you can't see through it. Look how beautiful that glitter is, you guys. Mixed that color mix. That would make a really pretty Mardi Gras glitter combination. Alright, so now we got some glitter down in the bottom. We're gonna start moving it around a little bit here. Just kind of squishing it around. And I think I'm going to put some of this clear down. To help dilute out some of that color. And then we're gonna put a little bit of the glitter in here. I should have made way less glitter and made more of the clear. Oh, I'm kicking myself. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh no, I knew that was gonna happen. Crap. Because of the alcohol. It's okay, guys. If it wasn't a mess, it wouldn't be my channel. Honestly. When have you ever seen a video of mine where I didn't make some kind of crazy mess? Oh, it's alright. I really hope this turns out nice. Oh, I forgot my lights. Yes, we are putting lights in this jar too. We're gonna make this ocean glow. Yes, we are. Of course, it's gotta have glitter, it's gotta have color, too much of it. And then it's gotta have lights. Of course, of course, of course. Now, you guys, I just wanted to show you a little trick, too. It may make your lives a lot easier with a lot of projects you're doing. I forgot to put my gloves on, you guys. Oh no. I just get so excited to get in and going that I forget my gloves. But, alright. Better late than never, right? Anyhow, back to the lights. So, with your lights, you see how mine are all, like, coiled? What I do is I take, like, a paintbrush or, like, a pencil or a pen or even, like, your, like, pokey tool, okay? And you wrap them around it. Slide them down, wrap them around, slide them down. I'm going to tell you what, it's so much easier working with them when they're coiled like this. And then you can just kind of, you can then just pull it apart a little bit. They're so much easier to maneuver down in things and, you know, get them in those tight places that you normally would have an issue with. So much easier, you guys, than dealing with all that crazy wire. Okay? So that's a little tip for you guys. I got sick and tired of fighting the cords always coming up and wanting to float and flying around everywhere. So I just wrapped it around one of my paintbrushes over there, and I was like, oh my goodness, this works so much nicer. And then, like I said, you can just unravel it, you know, you can pull it apart and stretch it out as long as you need it for your project. But yeah, it's a nice little trick. I started doing that whenever I was making those pumpkins, you guys. And I'm so glad that I figured that out. Okay, so anyhow, if I need to top coat that and whatever with UV resin after it's demolded, that's fine. Because I usually do anyhow. I usually trim it up and, you know, add a flower or sticker or whatever. Or I just top coat it if I'm leaving it plain. But we're going to go ahead and set this aside for now on the heat mat and get it started to cure, I should say. Normally, I don't do that. Normally, I wait a good hour or so to let it degas and get as many of the bubbles out of the resin as I can. But I did throw it in my crappy resin remover, and it did take quite a bit of the bubbles out, because what I did was I took 7 ounces of resin and I split it down into like 2 or 3 ounces in a cup and degassed it a tiny bit at a time. Now, yes, that sucks because it gives me less time to work with it. But for this project, it's not like a real meticulous project, so I wasn't worried about needing a lot of work time with the resin, so I just went ahead and did it that way. But, it did help for the most part, anyhow. So, alright, back to our jar now. We got the lid out of the way. So now, what we're gonna do, I almost feel like we just need to put the rest of that clear in there, because I don't want it to be too dark. You're not gonna see nothing in it. Oh, you guys, what did I do? Anyhow, let's put some of these pretty shells in there. Wonder if I don't know if I have enough room to put a starfish on the lid of my jar, because it's pretty thin space there. I mean, I am gonna top coat it, I guess, so I'm just gonna set a starfish right down in the top of that jar. And it went on backwards. Flip over. Okay. That's out of the way. Alright. I'm going to put these should I put them? I don't know. I think that one might be too big, because I don't want it to push the mold out. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these, that's about as big as that one is. I'll have to clean that one off so I can put it back in there. I'm going to put some of these smaller ones in there too. But I wanted to get let me see. I don't really see any more that have any purple on the outside. Let's throw a couple of these little ones in there. Maybe one of these ones. Ugh, get in there. And some of these little ones. I like this jar that I got from Temu because, oh, two to clean off. But I like these ones that I got from Temu because they're really small and they're nice for resin projects. I've even used them in shallow coasters and stuff. So, yeah, they're really nice for that. Get off. I'll put some of these in there. Whatever they are. Sure, you can go in there. Get in there. Put some of them in there. Put that one in there. That one in there. Whoa, my lights are flickering. Let's get this popsicle stick and push some of these shells down. The ones we can, anyhow, because some of them are big and they're not going to fit down. So, but the ones that can get down, I want to squish down a little bit more. So, what's it looking like in there? Yeah, we can put some more over here. And maybe another one of these. Oops. Oh, love that. Look how pretty. I mean, you're not gonna really see it because my color is too dark, but it's okay. I know they're pretty. Y'all know they were pretty before they went in. So, it's all that matters. I'm gonna throw some more in here. We're gonna make this jar full of these shells. How many ever we can get in here. Hopefully with the lights being in there, hopefully it'll help like brighten it up in there, so that way you can see the shells and stuff a little bit more. I kind of just want to put, instead of putting I don't know. I kind of just want to put the rest clear instead of doing the colors now because I would like more. I would like to dilute it out a little bit more. Oops. Just throwing these this sea glass in there now, since we're getting up to the top with the shells and stuff. They'll probably sink a little bit, but that's why I wanted to try to fill it up as much as I could with the shells first, hoping that, you know, then the sea glass would sit on top a little bit more than the, oops. You guys, I'm not going to be happy with this. I'm going to tell you right now. As soon as I end this video, I'm going to be making another one and redoing it. I should have never did that much. I should have never put that in there like that. I should have just did a little bit of glitter for the lid and the rim of the bottle. I don't know what I was thinking. You know what I'm gonna do? I got my other jar mold guide, guys. Here's what I am gonna do. I'm gonna put this down along the bottom like I originally wanted to. Oh my goodness. And then what I'm gonna do is, after I'm done finishing the other jar real quick, I'm gonna put you guys on pause and go mix up some clear real quick. And we're doing a different jar. I'll have to grab another set of lights out real quick. Alright, let me set that right there for a minute. I'm just gonna take this. Oh no. Or should I not? And just put the clear that's left. And then what I'll do is I'll take the oh my goodness. I'll take the rest of the glitter that I have, and I'll just throw it in something else real quick so I'm not wasting it, like a pendant or something. Yeah. I'll throw this clear in here. Well, I guess if it turns out too bad, I'll offer it as a giveaway item, or throw it in as a freebie with somebody's order or something. Because even if the person I send it to as a freebie don't want it or don't like it, they probably could find somebody to pass it along to that would. You know what I mean? Alright. So, I put that in there. So now, we should have plenty of room to put the stuff in there that we wanted to. I'm just gonna have to go mix up some more resin real quick. In this jar. And be a lot more careful with what I'm doing. Because that was way too dark. I don't know what I was thinking. I know better. Like, I know better. I know to check the color on a paper towel or on a baby wipe or something, so that way I know that it's not too dark. And then plus there's just way too much glitter in it. So, but I guess that's what it's all about, is, you know, learning, making mistakes, and figuring things out. So, I guess this is gonna be considered my Too Much Tuesday video. Too much glitter, too much color. There you go, guys. That's the Too Much Tuesday right there. So I'm gonna set this off to the side so it can cure, even though it's not what I wanted. I do like how this alcohol ink is coming up and like the colors like swirling up into the sides here. That's really cool. It's like wispy. It's really pretty. And I'll just swirl this up on here so that way it has a little bit of color of some sort on the bottom. Like, it don't have to be completely solid color, but just give it something, some kind of interest. You know, my resin's thick enough. I probably could drop a couple drops of alcohol ink right on the bottom there. And it will spread out on the bottom, but not like go down into my project. So let's do a little bit of purple, a little bit of aquamarine, and we'll do a little bit of blue. And we'll just kind of swirl them around together here. There we go. Now this one, I probably won't put in on the heat mat just because with the shells and all that stuff that we added into the jar, it's going to work bubbles up. So I want to kind of give it a little bit of time to work those bubbles up before it starts curing. So I'm going to put this off to the side here. Just keep an eye on the bubbles that are coming up to the surface and try to get them as they come up. Alright, now I'm gonna go put you guys on pause and go mix up 4 more ounces real quick to finish that jar, and then I will be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Now, I got more resin mixed up and I put a little bit in my little cup here and mixed in a little bit of the Let's Resin Ocean White. Gave it a little stir. Now I'm going to grab a set of whites. And I can actually show you real quick how I do it, since I have to redo these ones. Pull the little tab out. Everything's sticking to me. Alright. Once we get them untangled here. Alright. So what I do is straighten them out. Find your end. Let's make sure they work. Okay. And then I take a paintbrush like this, and I just start wrapping it around the paintbrush. And then as you're wrapping, you can slide it down. Just wrap, slide down, wrap, slide down. And then as you go, just keep wrapping and sliding it down. Until you got it all wrapped. And I'm telling you, I know it seems like tedious and it'll take you a minute, yes, but in the long run, it'll save you a lot of headache on a lot of your projects that you're doing. So, just a little tip might help you out. Especially like whenever you're putting lights in jars or in like ashtrays and stuff, for instance, because that's also another hard spot to get them to lay right in, is the ashtrays, like around the edges. If you want to put lights in an ashtray. And I don't know, I just started doing it and I'm so glad that I did, because like I said, it's, aw, I just ripped my glove. So I'm gonna have to get a new pair of gloves anyhow. That's okay, because I needed a new pair on, and these ones were so sticky and gross. And see, there you go. You have a perfect set of lights ready to go in anything. Just 1 minute, guys. I need to find myself another pair of gloves. Alright. So, woohoo, I found one of the smaller ones again. Oh, but this one's a big one. Okay. So, like, for instance, like these ashtrays, okay, because they have, like, a really small trim around, and, like, the square ones and stuff, it's really hard to get that long string of lights down in there and get them to stay down in there, right? So, that's what I do, is I wrap them in a coil like that, and then I can just go around it, and you can pull it, you know, as you're going around so that way you have enough to get you to the other end. So I'm actually going to be doing that in one of my upcoming videos here. I'm going to be making this ashtray, or the other one that I have, and I'm going to be putting lights in it. So that's just like a little tidbit for you guys there. Might save you a little bit of a headache. I know a lot of you have saved me a lot of headache on a lot of advice you've given me. So if I can help you guys out with something possibly, that's great, you know what I mean? Alright, so now we are going to finish our jar. So let's do this again with the lights. I'm actually going to this side's kind of, oh man, this side got bunched together. That's the only downfall, is make sure that when you're wrapping it, it doesn't overlap backwards, because then it's going to be a nightmare to try to get back undone. But if you wrap them right, unlike me, I was trying to rush so that way I wasn't trying to make this video 3 hours long like my last one. I apologize, guys. Alright. I am gonna start doing the time-lapse stuff in parts of my videos that are like where I'm coloring things or whatever, so that way it's not the full length of me talking and coloring the whole time, which I know you guys can hit fast forward and skip through all of it, which is nice. But alright, so I'm going to take my clear and just pour it down because I want this to be mostly clear. We got the color on the bottom from the rim, but I want this to be mostly clear, and then we'll put our shells and stuff in first, and then what we'll do, we'll put our shells and the rocks and pearls and whatever else in first, and then we'll color the last little bit that is left in here with the aqua and purple to do the last couple layers up. And I also think I want to put a little bit of my snow iridescent glitter stuff in that white. Actually, I could have used a little bit of crushed crystal, because I was thinking I want to add some shine to my white for like the waves, to make the waves like the watery waves sparkly. Of course, you didn't think we was gonna get through this without any kind of glitter, did you? Alright, so let's start over. So now we gotta put some shells. Let's find some. We want to put some smaller ones in too. Yeah, these shells ain't worth much of nothing other than to smash them up and put them in something, you know? Which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be smashing them all up into little shell pieces. Now, we gotta get some more of these smaller ones in there again. I'm just dropping them in. Whatever goes in, goes in. I think these are cool. Ever since I was little, I always thought they were leopard crabs. Oops. Look how pretty that one is, you guys. Let's stuff these down in there. Do we want to put any glass or like crushed glass in there? Like the colored kind, the colored ones? I have a little bit of green. That'll give it something else to kind of like sparkle off of. I got some blue. I need to make some more colors because I really don't have. These are the only two colors I have left. So I need to make some more colors. Oh, now I have like a pink too. I have like a pinky, purpley color that I made left. Yeah, I could save all my empty Timu bags and then I make my own colored crushed glass and use it in all kinds of projects and stuff. Aw, you guys. Why? always gotta make a mess. Too much Tuesday. Too much Tuesday mess. That's what our Too Much Tuesday is gonna be about. Too much making a mess. Too much pigment and glitter in the first jar. And I'm like, you know, if it don't turn out, I'll either use it to put stuff in, or if somebody wants it, I'll give it to them in a giveaway. You know, I'm not gonna fret over it. There's no sense. Just mix up some more resin and start over. Yeah, I think this glass is gonna add a nice touch to it. A nice, because the light should shine on them, like reflect off of them. It's like 4:30 in the morning for me right now, and I have counseling at 8. But it'll be fine. And then I gotta run kids to work. But I can always lay down and nap later. Which is kind of why I wanted to get these done now. So that way, when I'm done doing all of the running and everything else I gotta do, then I can take a nap later. Me and my dog. My stomach's growling. I made lasagna for dinner, and oh, it's so good. But I've been suffering ever since. Oh, there's like a little tiny shell stuck inside that shell. No, you need to come out of there. Aw, it's so tiny. Oh, look how cute. Oh, it's adorable. That would be a nice one for a pendant because it's so small. I'll put a couple more of these in there, and then we're gonna start putting some other stuff in. Okay. Let's put some of these in there. That'll give it some nice color too. Let's throw the green one in there. And put this pretty pink one in there. I'll put some of these in there. Oop. Just throwing them wherever, guys. Oops. And then we'll throw some pearls in. Gotta have pearls in the sea. You know, with our shells and stuff. So we'll just drop some down in there. Wherever they go, they go. I'll push them down in there. All right. Kind of push some of this stuff down so it's not all laying on the top in one spot. Just mixing it around. And I'm trying to like push all the shells and stuff down as far as I can get them to the bottom, because they will keep trying to float up to the top. Alright. Now, let's put some of the sea glass in there. And then we'll add our last bit of colors to the top. And putting this sea glass here, I'm hoping will help block everything from all wanting to float up to the top again. Help keep some of the shells down. Help keep some of the other pearls and stuff that we put in there down. So it's not only adding decoration, it's adding some function to help at the same time. All right. I think I got a nice little border wall here going. But unfortunately, we really don't have that much room left in the jar. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop some of the aqua and purple just down in it. I don't really want it to look like waves necessarily. I kind of want it to look like sea foam, like coming up in the rocks and stuff, you know. So I don't really care if it looks like waves. Alright, now I'm gonna have to find something to do with this white. Sorry guys. The first jar that we did that's off to the side on the heat mat is trying to come, one of the shells keeps trying to come up to the surface, and it's really irritating me. So I just keep pushing it back down. Sorry guys, I'm chewing on some Tums. I apologize. I got some bad heartburn going on. I don't really know if this is gonna really do anything, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna put some more of the aqua. That purple actually spreads really good. Where the aqua one doesn't seem to be wanting to spread as much. That'd be cool if we did get a little bit of Petri effect on the bottom. I think it'd be pretty. Even if it's a little bit, you know? Even if it doesn't, like, go down very far, I think it would still be pretty. This one shell keeps poking itself up in the jar. I'm so close to just taking it out altogether. And the resin is thick enough now that it shouldn't really be moving as much as it is. Get down there. I shoved it down there really far this time. Hopefully it'll stay down there now. Alright, let's do one more round with the colors here, and then we'll call her done. Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of resin left over. So I'll just have to throw it in something real quick once I shut the video off. No shell. Stay down there. I'm gonna have to find something to put on the bottom. Well, bottom but top. That way, hopefully it'll keep all of them from pushing up past where I want them to. Alright, you guys. Well, thanks for joining me, and we will come back once they're fully cured and demold them and see what the difference is between the two and how bad the first one really looks. But alright, I'll see you on demold. Bye. Alright guys, so we're back and our jars are cured. Now, I was cutting off the video there at the end and was saying about putting something on the bottom of here until it started getting, you know, tackier so where the shells wouldn't be able to poke up. Well, I laid my popsicle stick there and then I totally forgot about it. And so it got stuck there and I had to rip it off. So I'm gonna have to definitely clean that up and fix that. And then I was thinking I'm probably gonna have to either take some epoxy resin or some UV resin and just kind of put like a thin coat over the bottom here to level it up a little bit. And I'll do the same with this one here, like just a little tiny bit on the bottom just to kind of level it out a little bit. And then I will put my little cork footers on the bottom of it too once that, you know, other part dries, cures, and then it'll kind of like finish it off a little bit better. But this is what we got so far. So we are going to go ahead and unmold them and see what kind of mess we got, guys. Oh, I had to get a drink. So we got this lid. Now, mind you, I am going to top coat this lid as well. I'm not going to leave it like that because I do tend to under pour on these lids, so that way it doesn't create that like big blah on the top of the lid. excuse me, I noticed that if you underpour it just a tiny bit and then use UV resin or even, you know, regular 2-part epoxy resin, and you just put a thin coat, because there is that little bit of a lip that's there, it will spread out to your edges. As long as you don't overfill it, it'll spread out to your edges really nice. And then it makes a really nice clean finish on your top. It makes it look really pretty. So I will end up doing that. But there's the lid. Oh, the glitter sunk to the bottom, as we know it would. But I think it looks cute because the glitter is like all in behind it, and then this is all gonna be top coated, so it'll make it look really cute. So there's that. And then, oh yeah, and on the inside here, there is like one spot right here where there's a little bit of a bubble, but I don't think it's really gonna make much of a difference as far as it screwing on, but we'll find out. Let's do this one first, since this one was the one that I totally bombed, you guys. Wait, let's turn the lights on, so as we're demolding it, we can get a good look at the... Oh, these are so hard to demold. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna have to use my body. Alright, guys. Here it comes. Oops. Jeez. Kids are gonna kill me. I'm down in my office making all kinds of noise at 4 o'clock in the morning when they're sleeping. Well, there it is, you guys. Absolutely no bubbles or anything. And it really don't look as bad as I thought it was going to, guys. I thought it was going to be entirely too dark and it was going to end up being awful. But it actually turned out really nice. I like it. There's the inside of the jar. Here's the lid on this jar, which this lid may end up having to stay with this jar because it does match better to it than I think it will the other one, but we'll see when we unmold it. Either way, I'm still gonna have to make another lid. Alright, let's check out the other one now. We'll do the same thing. Turn the lights on. Use my body to get it started. Oh, look at that, you guys. Look at like the sea glass and stuff. Oh my gosh, it's like glistening in there like diamonds from the lights. And look at the white in there. Look how it kind of like made it look like waves splashing up. Can you guys see that? I don't think you can see it as good as I can see it. Oh man. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's actually really pretty. I'm very happy with this. Very, very happy with this, you guys. I feel like some of this, see where this is real busy right here, they all kind of clump together, and then there's like these spots here that are kind of emptier, and I don't like that. But other than that, I mean, I guess the emptiness from the shells is actually nice in these areas because it actually shows like the white coming up through and making it look like waves up in here. I mean, this literally looks like a wave splashing up. That is stinking amazing. Look how beautiful, you guys. It's almost like everything kind of fell exactly where it needed to be in this jar. And look at the white coming up here too. Oh my gosh, I love it. I absolutely love this. It's so pretty, and it looks so nice and clear that it almost feels like you can touch everything. It feels like you can touch the shells and like you can touch everything in here. It's so weird. And then like the rim is really pretty too with the glitter and that glass and stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys, it turned out really pretty. Like the inside of the jar is even gorgeous. I am so happy with it. I think this one would be okay with it too, because of the fact that it does have the, you know, the green up in here to kind of come down into it. But I almost want to make a different lid for this jar that has more of like the blues and stuff in it rather than the greens. I mean, it does match it still, but I don't know. I think we need a different lid for this jar, and this lid needs to go with the other jar for sure. Yes, I'm very happy with these. You know, I was really thinking that these were going to turn out horribly bad, because especially this one, I really thought this one was going to be really bad because I thought you weren't going to be able to see nothing in it. I thought it was going to be way too dark. But me putting those lights in there was an excellent idea, because it really did help be able to illuminate inside the jar and all the shells and the glitter and everything, you know, that we was putting in there. So yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I am relatively pleased. They didn't turn out totally terrible. And I'm absolutely in love with this jar. I don't even know if I'm gonna sell it. I might keep it myself. I might end up keeping it for myself. But I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't get over how it like feels like you should be able to touch this stuff. Yeah. I'm very happy with this. Very happy with both of them, actually. So, that's about it, you guys. And, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you like this video, please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or ideas on any future things you would like to see me make, or if you would like me to make you something custom, please don't be afraid to hesitate to reach out to me and ask, because I would love to, and I'd love to hear your ideas on different other ideas for me to make stuff on my channel. I'm always looking for ideas and help from other creators and viewers out there. So yeah, that'll do it. And also in my description, I'm going to leave all the discount codes for any links that I have through Into Resin, Let's Resin, etc. And I'm also gonna make sure I leave my mailing address. If any of you would like to send me any happy mail, thank you very much. And my Amazon wish list, people have been asking me to make sure I'm putting that in there, and I have been trying to remember to put my Amazon wish list in. I apologize that it's taken me a while to figure it out, but I figured it out. So, stay tuned for the next video, you guys, because I got a new mold today. I finally got my hamster mold a month and a half later after ordering it Amazon. So we're going to be making some hamster squishies, and we are going to be making some resin hamsters. My daughter had a hamster, and he passed away, and she would like me to make her a replica of him. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next video, guys, and some experimenting on some different other things we can do with squishy stuff. So stay tuned for that. Alright, guys, thank you so much. I love you. Bye-bye.